all about the heat. It's always about the heat. There are few manipulative errors. If something goes wrong, it's almost always because of incorrect heating. Get your heat right, and the glass will behave as you want it to. So much of what we do is uncharted territory. We are constantly inventing and innovating. So we end up like rats in a maze, stumbling down dead ends, doubling back, changing our minds, and adjusting on the fly to ever-changing circumstances. We are constantly fixing stuff just to get to the end of the process. It gets so that fixing is an integral part of the creative process. This is one of the most fundamental concepts for working hot glass: shape and heat, heat and shape. Shape can actually be thought of as a 3D graph of the heat gradient in a piece of glass. Understanding and controlling the heat gradient gives the artist ultimate control of the shape. Most beginners either over or underheat their glass. There is an optimum amount of heat a piece of glass needs to become what the artist envisions. Seek that ideal heat at all times. Glass has surface tension like water does. Give a solid piece of glass enough heat and it will contract into a marble. Give a hollow piece of glass enough heat and it will become round and form perfectly even walls. This is what it wants. If this is what you want too, just heat it correctly and the glass will do it for you. Glass as a material is manufactured to constant specifications. It melts at a constant rate and at consistent temperatures. The flame is relatively constant, gravity is absolutely constant. If your input is also steady and constant, you will be able to control the glass more efficiently. Gravity cannot be avoided. Learn to use its perfectly consistent force to make your work. Working against it is futile. People have speculated what it would be like to flame work in space in zero gravity. The answer is that it would be very difficult, almost like working with one hand tied behind your back. Gravity is an essential element to controlling hot glass. All forces involved in working hot glass occur in harmony. The timing and balance required to make the repetitive actions necessary for the creation of hot glass art become almost dance-like. Think rhythmically, listen to music, and dance with the material. Molten glass is extremely sensitive to motion. Make sure your input is graceful and consistent. Move around like you have a glass of champagne balanced on your head. Avoid sudden changes. Practice good posture. The glass will respond accordingly. Anything that happens to the glass while it's hot is recorded in the molecular structure of the material. If glass cracks while working it, you may be able to fix the crack to where it is no longer visible, but the glass still remembers. There will be kind of an invisible scar left from the trauma. It's like PTSD for glass. It doesn't forget. Try to give it good memories.
Subscribe if you want to learn.